remember this one.
Okay, welcome back in. I'm now going to be reviewing Monday's action from the Major League Baseball season. There were a total of 11 games, so let's dive in.
I'm totally not here.
Okay, cool. So the Oakland A's took on the New York Yankees. They would actually shut out New York. 2-0 would be the final score. After the win, they are 9-14. After the loss, the Yankees are still in first in the AL East, I do believe. 15-8 is their record. Lucas Craig is 1-1 on the season after the win. Victor Gonzalez after the loss, he's 1-1. And Mason Miller picked up his fourth save for the Oakland Athletics. The Milwaukee Brewers took on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates would double up on the Brewers. 4-2 would be the final score. They're now back to above 500 with a 12-11 record. After the loss, the Brewers are still 14-7. Jared Jones is 2-2 on the season after the win. Joe Ross is 1-2 after the loss. And David Bednar picked up his third save. The Philadelphia Phillies were taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Philly would actually shut out Cincinnati. 7-0 would be the final score, improving their record to 15-8. The Reds are now sitting at 12-10 after the loss. Ranger Suarez is 4-0 as a starter, while Hunter Green has yet to pick up a win. He is 0-2. The Detroit Tigers were taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Detroit would actually win this one. A bit of a one-sided affair. 7-1 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 13-10. After the loss, the Rays have dropped to 12-12. Tarek Skubal is 3-0 on the season, while
Don't have a stroke.
Zach Little is 1-1 after the loss. Thanks.
Yeah, make sure don't have a stroke.
Yeah, I'll try not to. All right, the Atlanta Braves are taking on the Miami Marlins. Atlanta would shut out Miami. 3-0 would be the final score, improving their record to 15-6. After the loss, the Marlins are 12 games below 500 with a 6-18 record. Bryce Edler is 1-0 on the season, while Ryan Weathers is 2-2. Reza Iglesias picked up his seventh save for the Braves. The Minnesota Twins were taking on the Chicago White Sox. They would shut out Chicago. 7-0 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 8-13, while the White Sox are 16 games below 500 with a record of 3-19. Chris Paddock is 1-1 on the season after the win, and Jonathan Cannon is 0-1 after the loss. For some reason, it doesn't show the stats for the pitchers in this game, but the Jays would defeat the Kansas City Royals 5-3. They're now sitting at 12-10, while the Royals are 13-9 after the loss. The Arizona Diamondbacks were taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals would prevail in this contest. 5-3 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 10-13, while the Diamondbacks are 11-13 after the loss. Ryan Helsley is 2-2 on the season after the win, while Ryan Thompson is 0-1 for the Diamondbacks. The Padres took on the Colorado Rockies. San Diego would win this contest. A low-scoring affair. 3-1 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 13-12, while the Rockies have now dropped to 13 games below 500 with a record of 5-18. Dylan Cease is 3-1 on the season, while Nick Mears is 0-2. Robert Suarez picked up his eighth save for San Diego. The Baltimore Orioles took on the Los Angeles Angels. They'd actually double up on the Angels. 4-2 would be the final score, improving to 15-7 on the season, while the Angels have dropped to 5 games below 500 with a record of 9-14. Albert Suarez picked up his first win of the season. Reed Detmers picked up his first loss. He's 3-1. And Craig Kimbrell got his sixth save for the Orioles. And the last matchup from Monday took place in San Francisco as the Giants played host to the New York Mets. The Giants would win this contest. 5-2 would be the final score. They're now 2 games below 500 with an 11-13 record. After the loss, the Mets are 12-10. Keaton Wynn is 2-3 on the season after the win, while Jose Quintana is 1-2 after the loss. Alrighty, that takes care of Monday's action from the Major League Baseball season. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, take care.